Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Yes, let's get juicy, shall we? Shall we get juicy? Previously on KIMBA TV. I'm going to show up pre-market. All right. And then we'll do like 15, 20 minutes of alpha TA. And then Monday and Tuesday, or maybe Monday and Wednesday or whatever, we'll scalp for like the first 2-3 hours of S&P. I'm not really going to be looking at the chat. I'm just going to be locked in. And then we'll do a lettuce break. And then we'll resume the stream like normal. And then maybe on other days, instead of scalping S&P, we'll scalp Bitcoin or altcoins or shitcoins. Eddie says, I like how you drew this green line and it's still pixel perfect. Now, Eddie, quick question. Eddie, you were here when I drew this line, correct? How many of y'all were here when I drew this line? The line is, 118 basically. We should lock these. I don't want to accidentally move them. But were you here when I drew them? And do you understand why though? And don't forget about like the pixel perfect 1.5 now. Yeah? Everybody has this fib, yes? Everybody also has this one? And then you can kind of understand why we have that 130 line drawn. Bitcoin's probably going to find its way to 130. Okay? Obviously, there's going to be pullbacks. And so let's prepare so that we can be opportunistic for pullbacks. And the best type of pullback is a big one where people get bearish instead of taking that opportunity to long, right? Whether it's fucking 50K, 70K, 98K, right? And they miss out on the train ride. And maybe the Bitcoin train ride has played out for maybe 80% of it, right? But altcoins have not, right? So if Bitcoin's gonna go to one, like Sol for sure on a medium time frame, not for sure, I don't want to say for sure, but you would be aiming for like the 199, right? So if it pulls back to 150, holy fuck. Maybe that's something that we should be thinking about right now. So if it goes down there, then we've already gone through all of the hypothetical scenarios on a day like today. And when it actually, or if it does go down there, then all we have to do is say, okay, we've got the CVD div, we've got the open interest, the single prints are grabbed, let's get nasty. And this is my invalidation. So if I'm wrong, it's not that big of a deal either. And thinking about, well, it's a little bit risky, so we're not going to try to put blind limits. We're not going to try to get pixel perfect bottom, but on that 7.5 or the golden pocket retrace, we'll get that pink. And we know what the invalidation would be, which is the lower low type of stuff. So yeah, so just like how we can kind of see maybe 115 would kind of be like an opportunistic, what I would probably, what you guys will probably see me focusing on for the next couple of days and weeks is seeing what kind of correlative levels I would be able to find on altcoins, S&P, in regards to this, and then this, and then secondarily probably that guy right there. So where is Sol and ETH here? Where is Sol and ETH here? Where is Sol and ETH here? And where is Sol and ETH here?
Making moves in silence, boy, I promise it's been not a shout. Nothing but some profit on the way that I've been walking down. It's okay, making a play, these busters think they're not allowed. Walk up in the bank and I'm depositing a large amount. Making moves in silence, boy, I promise it's been not a shout. Nothing but some profit on the way that I've been walking down. It's okay, making a play, these busters think they're not allowed.
What we probably want is be alerted when there's a 4-hour candle. We don't know what this is right now. I mean, TP is... Fuck. Hide this too. But this is the... Yeah, there's this one too. I mean, let's just be conservative and just not get too crazy and say that it's gonna at least hit the box. Okay, so at least we have our alerts set. See what this shit looks like on 30 minutes. What did I want? Yeah, we gotta do it before. Yeah, there really isn't much. All we can really say, Sherry, is this is a good hedge short if you wanted to, that 2976 3000 zone. But I don't know if you really want looking to short. I think looking for longs on pullbacks will be a little bit easier on the higher time frame. All right, but these are the levels. We can do a little bit more on Monday if you want. I got to get going here. But yeah, start pulling like anchor VWAP from here to here, fibs. And you're probably going to start to see like this is going to be, this whole area is going to be interesting again. You would obviously, the top half of volume, but yeah, we can go over this a little bit more. Just keep an eye on all of the, okay, get a pull the fib and then anchor VWAP from here, here, first impulse, and this one. Yeah, keep an eye on that 120. Keep an eye on that 130. Keep an eye on that 115. Keep an eye on that 112. Keep an eye on that 110. Keep an eye on your favorite altcoins. Think about VWAP, fixed range volume profile, structure change. Yeah, it starts with higher time frame ideas. Zoom in on medium time frame and smaller time frame and go from there. So I'll probably poke my head in again tomorrow, probably at maybe same time. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, then I'll see you guys really early on Monday. Maybe I'll see you guys for CME resumption tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, good chance that I'll see you guys for CME resumption tomorrow. That's going to be a shit show. Not shit show in a bad way. Shit show if you're unprepared, you dig? This is how we left off ETH. So like, does it, if it opens up top, then some sort of bullish retest. But opening down here is also like that, I think would be a funnier one because the RTH is a bad high. And so you're kind of combining that with CME. Basically, it's just a matter of, is it going to be reverse psychology or reverse psychology? And if it's up, I think it's reverse psychology. If it's down, I think it's reverse. So, like people would be like, oh shit, it's a bearish gap. It shouldn't close the whole thing. Oh shit, it's actually going to close the whole thing. Let's see if we can get a bullish retest. But all it wants to do is an RTH sweep. This is RTH. So if it opens up here, people are going to think, oh shit, dip the tip and go. Maybe just close and then. But, we've seen RTH leave it like that too. Either way, I think pullback is going to happen inevitably. It's just a matter of where you would want to think about taking the long. So anyways, keep an eye on the gaps. I'll be here for the CME resumption so we can see this shit together. I'll try to show up maybe like 30, 40 minutes before, and then we can already start talking about, oh shit, it's going to gap up, or oh shit, it's going to gap down. So, all right. I'm out of here. J-Bucks. You good? Joffrey Letero 19 Turbo says, I just got here. I'm going to go YouTube. Yeah, it's all I did was I looked at VWAP and fixed range, and I'm just kind of, anticipating. Start from the very beginning. I think it all starts with shit like, okay, higher time frame. We're probably going to look for like 130 top on BD, right? And I think you also need to remind yourselves on what each of you think about rate cuts, when you think rate cuts are going to happen, and how they are going to impact altcoins. For me, I don't think I have to really worry about altcoin season happening until kicking in or guaranteed. So I don't think we're going to get rate cuts in July, but that could change next week on Tuesday, right? CPI on Tuesday. But make sure you Google CME FOMC for July. I think it's like 5% probability that you're going to get rate cuts in July. And, you know, obviously I don't really care too much about news, but I would also be familiar with, you know, all the bullshit happening about Jerome Powell's going to resign. Jerome Powell's going to get fired. This is who Trump is going to bring in a couple of months, right? So think about all of those things lining up with a September, October, and a December rate cut. That would be crazy. Interested in getting pixel perfect bottom and altcoins. I don't even know if that's possible, but I definitely do want to position myself and front run rate cuts coming in for September. Remember, August, we don't have an FOMC meeting. So July, at the end of July this month, we get rate cut conversations, but most likely no rate cut. August, we don't have FOMC, and then it's September. So you've got, you know, Powell either resigning or his term is going to fully expire. And then you've got Trump nominating who he wants next. And then that person coming in. You've got potential rate cuts for the end of the year. So think about all of that. Obviously, Bitcoin's not going to just keep going up and up forever. You're always going to have little pullbacks. For that, I would look at Fibonacci numbers like 1.5, 1.25 retracement, 1.5, 0.75, which is basically the bigger move equilibrium, the 0.5. So that's also a possibility, and that lands right around what we talked about here, like the you know, like the 108, 109. So I'm talking about doing something like, wow, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my keyboard, but pull it from here to here, and then equilibrium should be right around there. So all of that, and then just correlate your altcoins. Have a great night, Chris Tokyo. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, let the homies know that we nerded out a little bit on some altcoins. We set some alerts. All right, and I'll see you guys for CME resumption tomorrow. Stay safe. Have a great weekend, y'all. Can I get a